Wondering if you'll need a second mortgage to visit Singapore? Well, our family of 5 visited Singapore twice without spending a fortune, and if we can do it, so can you. We're the Mills, a family of 5 on a mission to explore the world, one unforgettable journey at a time. All of our 3 children started their travel adventures before they could even walk, and so far this year, we've travelled across 4 Asian countries, but we're not stopping there. This summer we'll be going on a road trip of a lifetime across Europe with an irresistible Disneyland Paris stopover, because we believe the best memories are made outside of our comfort zone. On this channel we share real travel stories, budget hacks, kid-friendly itineraries and what it's actually like to travel as a family. Whether you're planning your own trip or you just need a bit of inspiration and encouragement, hit subscribe and come along for the ride. Let's go! You've seen the photos, Marina Bay Sands, Gardens by the Bay, that jaw-dropping skyline. But when you Google Singapore holidays, it's easy to give up on the wonderful destination when you start looking at the prices. In this video, we're going to show you 5 top tips on how to visit Singapore with your kids without breaking the bank and still make magical memories. We've pulled together real tips from our own family trips, focused on budget travel, free or cheap attractions, and the best way to make it stress-free and unforgettable. Whether you're planning a short layover or a full family holiday, we've got you covered. Let's make this amazing city affordable and fun, and we're throwing some interesting facts that only the locals know, but you'll also want to know them too. Don't blow your budget on transport, including to and from the airport. Here's how to ride Singapore like a local. Avoid taxis where you can. They add up fast, especially if you're a family of 5 and need a larger car. Singapore's public transport is one of the best in the world and it's super family friendly. Instead of taxis or airport transfers, grab yourself an EZ-Link card or simply tap with a contactless bank card on the MRT trains and the buses. If you're planning on using public transport a lot, you can also consider getting a Singapore tourist pass for unlimited public transport and discounts. It's safe, clean, reliable, efficient and air conditioned, thank goodness. Kids under 7 ride free with a child concession card. Just register one at the MRT station. It's also worth highlighting Singapore is one of the easiest cities to explore on foot, and the best part is walking not only saves money, but it helps with keeping those steps up. Just keep the heat in mind. Walking when it's sunny and hot might just be a little bit tough on the young children. An interesting fact, Singaporeans call everyone uncle, so don't be offended if or when you walk into a taxi you get asked, "Where to, uncle?" You don't need a hotel with a rooftop pool to keep your kids happy, although we would always recommend having this option when possible. For us in Singapore, it's simply not. Have you ever tried to book an Airbnb in Singapore? Well, these aren't allowed in Singapore and tourists aren't allowed to rent a short-term house or a room. When it comes to accommodation, Singapore has options, but they can get very pricey. Here are some of the options that you also can consider. Look for family rooms on Agoda. This has been the cheapest website for us recently and it has some really great early cancellation options. Also, hostels with private rooms. They're more common than you think. Consider going to a hostel. On our second trip, we rented a 7-bedroom hostel, which meant we had the room for our family only and we did not have to share with strangers. In total, we paid £300 for the 7 of us for 2 nights, and although this was still a bit pricey, the cheapest hotels that we could find at the time of the booking were a minimum of £700. If you look just outside central tourist zones like Marina Bay, you'll find amazing value areas like Bugis, Lavender or Ketong. These neighbourhoods are packed with local charm. Think playgrounds, hawker centres and real life beyond the postcard skyline. Interesting fact, many budget hotels in Singapore are located in what the locals call the red light districts like Geylang. But these are also known for having some of the best local food in the city. So while the area might have a certain reputation, Singaporeans know that Geylang is actually a popular spot for late night eats and is generally safe. Savvy travellers can stay nearby and save money and enjoy some of the best hawker food in town. Just be mindful of the vibe and pick hotels with good reviews. Some of the best experiences in Singapore are absolutely free and shockingly kid-friendly. Don't spend hundreds on every attraction. Some of our favourite kid-approved spots were free. For instance, outside the grounds are free within Gardens by the Bay, the kids can run wild at the Children's Garden water play area. The Spectra Light Show at the Marina Bay happens nightly and it's epic. Merlion Park, classic photo op and a fun walk. Also the Jewel at Changi Airport is one of the most impressive airport attractions, featuring the iconic rain vortex. This rain vortex doesn't actually run before 11 AM, so to avoid missing out, visit both when you arrive and before you leave Singapore. You don't need fancy tickets, just a little bit of planning. If you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more family travel videos like this one. We're sharing all of our best tips for travelling with kids without losing your mind or your money. Want to save money and try Singapore's best food? Well then forget the restaurants. Eat like a local at hawker centres. These open air food courts are everywhere. You can get a full meal for under $5 Singapore dollars. Most of them have high chairs, clean seating and kid-friendly dishes. Our favourites are Lau Pa Sat, which is a great central location with lots of space. We've got Maxwell Food Centre, which is near Chinatown with super tasty options. And then there's Rasapura at Marina Bay Sands, which is indoors, has air conditioning and is very reasonably priced. Pro tip, bring wet wipes, tissues and check for long queues. That's where the good stuff is. Interestingly, did you know that locals use packets of tissues or wet wipes to reserve tables? So, if you find a table or a seat with a random packet of wipes, don't use it. That's just rude and taking up someone else's space. Here's the truth, Singapore has amazing attractions, but the costs can add up fast, especially with kids. The good news, there are some super smart ways to save. First, look into bundled attraction passes like the Singapore Explorer Pass or the Klook Singapore Pass. These let you choose multiple top attractions like the Singapore Flyer, River Wonders or the Sky Park at a discounted rate. Second, always book online in advance. Many attractions offer cheaper tickets on their own websites or through platforms like Klook and Get Your Guide, often with flash sales. Third, check for free entry days or local deals. For example, the ArtScience Museum sometimes offers free access to certain exhibits, and Gardens by the Bay has free outdoor light shows that are magical and completely cost-free. Finally, if you're travelling with little ones, be sure to look out for family packages and kids go free offers. Some places offer free admission for children under a certain age, and that's a big win for families on a budget. And if you are staying in Singapore for a short period of time or have a layover coming up, then check out this video where we show you everything that we did in just 24 hours. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share with another family member dreaming of their next Asia trip.